that emotional charge once and for all from my being. In day 28, I am complete.
I think the biggest breakthroughs for me were like completion with my social circle, like my parents and relationships. So I really felt deep healing experiences. Also, I kind of manifested different powers. For example, I could do remote vision. Another thing that I manifested was body scanning. I would say the last thing that really touched me was how everything is so kind of personal. The whole experience, like people really attend to you, they care about you. You're not just a number in a program, but you're treated like a real being. So I really appreciate that.
Everybody has a wonderful breakthroughs and experiences.
Life-changing process once you have joined.
I would recommend this to anyone who wants to make a big shift in his life, a big change. Not even just like growth, but for personal transformation and breakthroughs, because this program just brings you to the next level.
If anybody is just tired of being tired and wants to do something new in his life, I encourage you to come and try PSS. Make it happen for your life. You're not gonna regret it. You're gonna love it, and you're gonna do it for yourself.
When I arrived here, I was in a very, very dark space, very pessimistic, but now there's this love inside of me, there's this joy inside of me, and the belief systems are changing, so all of a sudden opportunities are everywhere.
I've been learning the yoga from other sources previously, but the Swamiji's yoga is the only place from authentic source. It's really, really different. Also enjoying the pure vegetarian, organic, sattvic foods.
This special yoga makes my body more flexible, and Swamiji is teaching me what is intensity, what is integrity, and what is discipline.
Before coming, I twisted my left wrist during basketball game, and I barely can use my left hand. After few training, my hand can sustain my body weight, and now everything looks normal for my left hand.
Starting early in the morning with some yoga to move the body, then puja to move the spirit, then these talks that really dive into my subconscious mind to really get into these root patterns of my life and to really release that emotional charge once and for all from my being. In day 28, I am complete.
I think the biggest breakthroughs for me were like completion with my social circle, like my parents and relationships. So I really felt deep healing experiences. Also, I kind of manifested.
Nithyananda, welcome to Kailas's Nithyananda Yoga. Let's begin with the Sadguru Vandanam. Nithyanandam Paramasukhadam Kevalam Jnanamurtim Gandhvatitam Gaganasadusham Tattvamasyadiraksham Ekam Nityam Vimalamachalam Sarvadhi Sakshibhutam Bhavatitam Tribunarahitam Sadgurum Tam Namami. Keep your eyes closed as you enter into the Shimulu Japa 11 times internally. Om Ham Ham Shivaya Namaha. 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 That's watching. Om Advatam Sodhyami Sada. Om Vidyatam Sodhyami Sada. Om Shivadattam Sodhyami Sada. Om Ham Hridaya Namaha. Sankalpaha. Om Mama Pata Samasta Dwara Bhagavad Sri Nithyananda Paramashiva Prithyatham Sri Nithyanandeshwari Paramashiva Shakti Sameta Sri Nithyanandeshwara Paramashiva Prithyatham Cha Adya Purvokta Evam Guna Sheshena Udhistayam Asyam Subhadhau Punarobhyat Gati Yogi Sarya Siddhatam Paramashiva Shakti Nithyananda Yoga Bhyasam Karishe Om Abhavrisya. Good one, Swadma side. As you get ready for the next sequence of Chaturthi Vinyasa Krama. Okay. The first asana that we begin is Vamasankha Takhasana. So as you are seated with one heel drawn close to the perineum and other foot resting comfortably in front, allow the hips to round evenly. Sit with your head spine straight. Interlace your finger in front of the stomach. Keep your hands relaxed. Hands interlaced in Paramashiva Mudra in front of your chest, in front of your stomach. Perform the Shanta Kumbhaka. Inhale and visualize the prana vayu being inside and outside of the body. Engage Mulabandha. Visualize yourself as a strong branch extending from a stable trunk, supported at the base, yet free to reach outward. Chanting Japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham Ada Vamashakhasanam. The next asana is Vyakyanasana. So as you are seated in a similar posture, place your left hand in front of your mouth. And keep your arms relaxed and rest your right thigh on the top of your right knee with your hands in Bindu Mudra. Now, as you are holding yourself in this position, inhale through the left nostril, hold the breath and exhale through the left nostril. Exhale through the right nostril. And repeat in the other direction. Vaishnavi Mudra, Moola Bandha, Ujjayi is knowledge flowing outward with clarity and restraint. As if word phrase only when the understanding is complete. And the japa, Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham Ata Vyakhyanasana. The next asana is Nivrityasana. As you're seated with a comfortable seated position with your spine erect, shoulder relaxed, swing both the palms in front of your chest with fingers interlaced. Close your eyes. Calm your breath and focus your awareness on recollecting Arihanta with your body, speech, and mind. Now, Mudra, hold outer vision steady without blinking, while awareness remains inward absorbed. Shantakumka, inhale and visualize the pranavayu being inside and outside of the body. Engage Mulabandha, visualize Bhagavan, visualize Arihanta in your heart as radiant infinite light. Shanta Japa, Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham Sukhasanam samasthaya hasta vikshasi samyasta arihanta bhagavan tam ayavam manobhi maranat sarvektani pratyajet. The next asana is Atmalinasana. From the seated position, one heel close the perineum, opposite foot resting comfortably in front. Lengthen your spine as you bring your palms together in front of you. And lean your upper body forward. And lower your forehead on into your open palms, allowing the neck and shoulders to relax. Vaishnav Mudra. Shantabamka. Inhale and visualize the pranayama being inside and outside of the body. Engage Mula Bandha. Visualize the sense of me dissolving inward, as if the awareness falls back into itself and rests at its source. Shanti Japa. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Atha Atmalinasanam. The next asana is Makarasana Dve. So start lying down on your belly with legs extended, feet hip width apart. Place your hands behind your head, elbows wide. Place your hands behind your head, elbows wide. Engage your back and glutes to lift your chest, your head, your arms, and thighs off the ground. Hovering in a strong, straight Superman hold. Now, hold the legs with a steady breath. Keep your body long and core engaged. Samavritti, Shambhi Mudra. Engage Mulabandha. Visualize yourself as a crocodile, resting calmly by a serene river bank, embodying patience, strength, and deep strength. Shambhi Japa. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Makarasanam Namo Rasa Bhumi. Sprints Sinta Sanaihi Padau Chaprishte Upatya Makarasan Samachare. The next asana is Parvatasana. So start sitting on your knees with your toes tucked under for support and with your spine lifted tall. Ground evenly through your shin as you draw your lower belly in to support the posture. Cross your arms in front of your chest. Keep your shoulder relaxed and chest open. Shambhavi Mudra, Rechika Kumbhaka. Visualize yourself as a mountain, solid, unmoving, and unaffected by weather passing around it. Engage Mulabandha, Shambhi Japa, Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Adha Parvatasanam. The next asana is Vrishvasana break. So start kneeling with knees hip width apart. So from the kneeling position, keep your knees wider. Then gently lean onto one side. Lean onto one side and lower the elbow on which the side which you are leaning to the floor beside your body. So the elbow should be resting to the side of the body, not on the thighs. Elbow should be resting on the side of the body. Now keep the opposite arm relaxed, resting on your thigh or at your side. Maintain a soft neck, keep the shoulder blade of supporting and arm gently engaged. Shambhavi Mudra, reach Vakamuka, Mool Bandha. Visualize yourself as a powerful, full, standing firm and steady on the earth beneath you. Feel its immense strength, grounded presence, and unwavering determination. Shambhu Japa, Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Purparo Sambhavat Kritva, Pashvenaikena, Samshayet, Etat Proktam Maya Dvi Devi, Vishvasana Uttamam. The next asana is Vrishasana 3D. So as you're seated with your legs, so as you're seated in the kneeling position, bring the left foot to the side of your left hip, keeping it grounded. Then draw the right foot close to your groin. The left foot is outside of the hip. So start with left foot is outside of your left hip. Yes. And then bring the right foot and place it to the groin. Resting your toes lightly on the right thigh. Place your hands on the lap, one above the other. So place your hands on the top of your lap, one hand above the other. Shambhavi Mudra, reach Bakumukha. Inhale and exhale fully. Hold the breath comfortably. Engage Mula Bandha. Visualize yourself seated like a hero. A victory firmly grounded with legs strong and supportive beneath you. Japa. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Ekapadam Devakasmin Vinyasa Daru Samsitam. Let's get ready for the next asana. The next asana is Chatuskonasana. So as you're seated in the kneeling position with your right knee bent, resting beneath your sitting bones. So now bring the right foot outside of your hip. This time bring the right foot outside of your hip and the left, and bring your left leg and thread your left arm underneath the left ankle. Right foot is resting outside of the foot. On the left, lift your left leg and thread the left arm underneath the leg. And then bring your right arm above the head, interlacing the finger. To meet the left hand, bring the hands together near your left ears. Maintain the open chest. Shambhavi Mudra, reach Kumbhaka. Visualize yourself stable and clear from every direction, like a structure supportedly, evenly, at all four corners. Shambhavi Japa, Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Atha Chatushkonasanam. The next asana is Vamudbhujasana. To start seating with one heel drawn in close to your groin. So bring the left heel close to the groin and the right foot placed on feet on the ground, knee raised. Then lengthen your spine as you begin to lean your torso down and away from the lifted knee. Allowing your body to settle comfortably. Rest the outside of your right cheek onto your right palm. So you'll rest your left cheek on the left palms. So bend your left hand and rest your chin to the left palm. And place your right hand gently over the right side. Shambhavi Mudra, Rekshva Kumbhaka, engage Mulabandha, visualize yourself resting with full trust as if leaning into the support of a strong, reliable arm that you will not give away. Shambhavi Japa, Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Atha Vamabhujasanam. Next asana is Swasad Gatyasana. So start seated with one foot flat on the ground. So bring the left foot flat on the ground, knee raised. And lift the opposite foot, place it on the top of the grounded foot. Keep the toes steady for the balance. Lean your upper body forward as you shift your weight gradually onto the supporting foot. Allowing your body to rise so you balance on a single set of toes. Wrap your forearms around the raised knee, drawing it close to the chest. Shambhavi Mudra, Rekshva Kumbhaka, visualize breath and movement becoming one continuous action. Shambhavi Japa, Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Atha Swasadama Pratyasanam. The next asana is Vrishbhasana Dvai. So as you are sitting in the kneeling position with knees hip width apart, gently lean onto one side and lower that elbow to the floor. So we are repeating this asana. So if you have performed on the left side, this time perform on the right side. And if you have performed on the right side, this time perform on the left side. Lean onto one side and lower that elbow to the ground. Place it firmly for the support. Keep your opposite arm relaxed. Rest on the thighs. Maintain soft neck. Shambhavi Mudra. Reach Kakumka. Engage Mula Bandha. Visualize yourself as a powerful bull standing firm and steady on the earth beneath you. Shambhavi Japa. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Uparostha Sambhavat Kritva Parshvenaitam Sanspashet. The next asana is Virasana 3. Repeated on the other side. So this time, keep your right foot outside of the hip and bring the left foot close to the groin, resting your toes or lightly on the right thigh. Hands in one on the top of the other on your lap. Shambhavi Mudra, raise Kakumka, engage Mula Bandha. Visualize yourself seated like a hero after 50 years. After 50 years journey, chant japa, Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Ekapadamade Esmin Vinyasa Sansitam Utarasmin Tadha Pashadvishira Samidam Vidahu. Now the next asana we'll be repeating on the other side is Konasana. So this time, place your left foot outside of your hip and raise your right foot, bringing the right hand underneath the leg and the left hand over the top of your head, interlacing the finger. Keep your arms up over the head, bringing it to meet the right arm. Shambhavi Mudra, raise Kakumka, visualize yourself stable and clear from every direction. Chant Japa, Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Adachatuskonasanam. The next asana is Dakshina Bhujasana. So we are repeating on the other side. So this time, as you are seated with right leg to groin, left foot flat on the ground, knee raised, lean onto your right side. Bringing the elbows to the ground, palms resting, your chin is, your right cheek is resting on the right palm. The other hand, the left hand is resting on thighs. Shambhavi Mudra, raise Kakumka, engage Mula Bandha. Visualize yourself resting with full trust, as if leaning onto the support of a strong, reliable arm that will not give up. Namajapa, Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Atavam Bhujatanam. The next asana is repeating Swasa Vatyasana on the other side. So this time, switch your position. If you have performed on the with your left knee raise, this time perform the right knee raise, and opposite. If switch the direction and wrap the hands around the raised knee. Perform the Shambhavi Mudra, raise Kumaka, engage Mulabandha, visualize breath and movement becoming one continuous action. No separation between inhalation, balance, effort, and stillness. Japa, Om Nithyananda, Paramashivam. Ata, Swasagatyasana. The next asana is Mukta Padmasana. So from the seated position, as we bring the legs in Padmasana, and then lean back onto your elbows. And then place your upper back and the crown of your head onto the ground as you arch your back while find position, reach and hold on to your respective big toes in Pranamudra. Hold on to your big toes in the Pranamudra. Keep your chest raised. Kevala Kukumka, allowing the breath to pause naturally. Observe without forcing. Maintain relaxed awareness. Let normal breathing resume. Visualize yourself as a lotus flower that has fully blossomed and risen above the muddy water, symbolizing liberation from worldly attachment and limitation. Chant Japa, Om Nithyananda, Paramashivoham. After Mukta Padmasanam Kritva Uttana Shayanam Chare Purparabhyam Shiro Vestyam Matsyasanamatum Yogataha. Now the next asana is Samanasana. So come to the seated position, legs in Padmasana, placing one foot on the opposite thigh, and then lengthen your spine, interlace the fingers behind your back in Paramashiva, and drawing your shoulders gently towards each other. Lean your upper body forward, guiding your forehead down towards the ground while keeping your arms relaxed, extended behind you for an open chest and a steady stretch. Perform the Jivachala Kumaka. One forcefully moves the prana retained throughout all the limbs of the body in upward and downward direction, along with the mind. This is Jivachala Kumaka. Engage Mulabandha and visualize all the inner current leveling out, as if uneven waves of energy are settling into a steady, balanced flow. Chant Japa, Om Nithyananda, Paramashivoham, Atha Samanasanam. The next asana is Trikonasana, Dve. So as you are seated with, so this time bring the right foot outside of your hip. And the left is close to the groin. Bring your hands to your stomach, interlaced in, the hands are not interlaced, it is in Samputta Mudra. Cup both the hands together like a closed enclosing and protective energy. Hands will be in Samputa Mudra. It means cupping both the hands and placing on the top of each other. Jiva Chalaka Kumbhaka, engage Mulabandha. Visualize yourself as a channel to infinite cosmos, while the body remains grounded into Mother Earth. Shanti Japa, Om Nithyananda, Paramashivoham. Yoga Jane, Hastarik, Pustakai Patamai, Patamapatre, Sanskritadishitra Trikonasana, Vishitam. The next asana that we are entering into will be Pandithasana. So from the seated position, comfortable seated position, cross one foot onto the opposite thigh, allowing the knee to relax downward. Rest your hands gently on your thighs. Forming a Bindu Mudra. Keep your chest open, shoulders relaxed. The right hand is in Bindu Mudra, the left hand is on your hips, resting. Jiva Chalaka Kumbhaka, engage Mulabandha, visualize and imbibe the mind of a true scholar. Clear and hurried and able to see what matters without getting lost in access information. Shanti Japa, Om Nithyananda, Paramashivoham, Ata Pandi Sasanaha. The next asana is Janu Asana. So start seated with leg extended forward. Both the legs extended forward and then bend one knee and place the heel close to the perineum. With opposite leg extended straight, reach forward to grasp the big toes of the extended leg with your fingers, keeping your arms straight. Lift your chest. Bring your forehead to the knees or beyond the knees. Shambhi Mudra, Jiva Chalaka Kumbhaka, engage Mulabandha. Visualize yourself as Lord Ganesha, calm and wise and humble. Imagine bowing gently with your forehead close to your knees. Shambhi Japa, Om Nithyananda, Paramashivoham. Janu Sashanam Nama Ekapada Prasaricha, Upari Janum, Vinyasa Krama, Prevya Dure. Now the next asana is Yantrakasana, Yantrakarasana. From the seated position, place your left heel and the perineum. So start with the opposite side where your right heel is close to the perineum. Start with the right foot close to the perineum and clasp your outside of your left foot with your right hand. Slowly extend the left leg up. The left hand onto the ground for support, for strengthening your arms, so your back of your knees is at the level of your elbows. Place your left hand on the ground and twist your upper body away opening up your chest to the right side and maintain the left knee, right knee on the ground. Shambhi Mudra, Jiva Chalaka Kumaka, Moola Bandha. Visualize yourself embodying the yantras, precision geometry. Precise geometry. Chant the japa. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Yantra Karasanam Nam Astapada Nabhayam Bhumim Krishna. Now the next asana.
When I arrived here, I was in a very, very dark space, very pessimistic, but now there's this love inside of me, there's this joy inside of me, and the belief systems are changing, so all of a sudden opportunities are everywhere.
I've been learning the yoga from other sources previously, but the Swamiji's yoga is the only place from authentic source. Is really, really different. Also enjoying the pure vegetarian, organic, sattvic foods.
This special yoga makes my body more flexible, and Swamiji is teaching me what is intensity, what is integrity, and what is discipline.
Before coming, I twisted my left wrist during basketball game, and I barely can use my left hand. After few training, my hand can sustain my body weight, and now everything looks normal for my left hand.
Starting early in the morning with some yoga to move the body, then puja to move the spirit, then these talks that really dive into my subconscious mind to really get into these root patterns of my life and to really release that emotional charge once and for all for my being. In day 28, I am complete.
I think the biggest breakthroughs for me were like completion with my social circle, like my parents and relationships. So I really felt deep healing experiences. Also, I kind of manifested different powers. For example, I could do remote vision. Another thing that I manifested was body scanning. I would say the last thing that really touched me was how everything is so kind of personal. The whole experience, like people really attend to you, they care about you. You're not just a number in a program, but you're treated like a real being. So I really appreciate that.
Everybody has a wonderful breakthroughs and experiences.
Life-changing process once you have joined.
I would recommend this to anyone who wants to make a big shift in his life, a big change. Not even just like growth, but for personal transformation and breakthroughs, because this program just brings you to the next level.
If anybody is just tired of being tired and wants to do something new in his life, I encourage you to come and try PSS. Make it happen for your life. You're not gonna regret it. You're gonna love it, and you're gonna do it for yourself.
When I arrived here, I was in a very, very dark space, very pessimistic, but now there's this love inside of me, there's this joy inside of me, and the belief systems are changing, so all of a sudden opportunities are everywhere.
I've been learning the yoga from other sources previously, but the Swamiji's yoga is the only place from authentic source. Is really, really different. Also enjoying the pure vegetarian, organic, sattvic foods.
This special yoga makes my body more flexible, and Swamiji is teaching me what is intensity, what is integrity, and what is discipline.
Before coming, I twisted my left wrist during basketball game, and I barely can use my left hand. After few training, my hand can sustain my body weight, and now everything looks normal for my left hand.
Starting early in the morning with some yoga to move the body, then puja to move the spirit, then these talks that really dive into my subconscious mind to really get into these root patterns of my life and to really release that emotional charge once and for all for my being. In day 28, I am complete.
I think the biggest breakthroughs for me were like completion with my
Now let's get ready for the next asana, which is Ardha Bhujasana. So as you're seated with your right knee, right heel drawn close to the perineum, to the ground at your base, and then lift your left leg and guide it over your left shoulder. So thread your arms underneath the left, thread your left arm underneath the leg, bringing your left arm behind your neck. And the right arm is resting on the sides. On the ground for the balance, as you maintain the steady breath, Shambhavi Mudra, Jiva Chilaka Kumaka, engage Mula Bandha, visualize yourself holding power close to the body, controlled, contained, and deliberate rather than scattered. Kanda Japa, Om Nithyananda, Paramashivoham, Ardha Bhujasanam. The next asana is Dakshina Pada Mastakasana. So as you are seated on the ground with your left heel drawn to the perineum, lift your right heel, right leg behind your neck. Allow the foot to wrap behind you, your back as your hip opens up. So place your right leg behind your head, hands in Namaskara Mudra in front of your chest. Jiva Chilaka Kumbhaka, engage Mula Bandha. Visualize discipline place above impulse as if the foot overhead presents mastery over distinct and habiting. Chant Japa, Om Nithyananda, Paramashivoham, Dakshinapada, Mastakasanam. The next asana is Udasinasana. From the seated, so bring your legs in comfortable seated posture, like Sukhasana, and then bend one arm and bring the elbows onto the thigh. Resting the side of your face onto the respective palm. Place opposite hand on the knee and remain still. Shambhavi Mudra, Jiva Chilaka Kumbhaka, engage Mula Bandha. Visualize your true self not as a body, but as conscious, luminous point of energy. Chant Japa, Om Nithyananda, Paramashivoham, Padama Kunja Samyak, Asitta Sukhasane Tvaya. Now the next asana is Trikonasana Dve. In this posture, as you're seated with your right foot outside of the hip, left foot close to your groin. Bring your hand in front of the stomach in Samputta Mudra. So we are repeating Trikonasana Dvaya on the other side. So if you have performed with your left heel outside, this time place your right heel outside, and if you have performed the right heel outside previously, place it on the left heel outside. So bring your hands in Samputta Mudra, cupped over each other in front of your stomach. Jivachalaka Kumaka, engage Mulabandha, visualize yourself as a channel to the infinite cosmos, while the body remains grounded into Mother Earth. On the japa, Om Nithyananda Paramashivam Yoga Janahastali Hit Pustakai Pratham Hansure Chitre Trikonasana Prakashtam. Now you are repeating Panditasana on the other side. So as you are seated on the ground with your spine tall, cross one foot on the top of the thigh, allowing the knee to relax down, and bring your hands gently on your thighs and form a Bindu Mudra on one side, and the other hand is resting on the hip. Jivachalaka Kumbhaka. So bring left arm in Bindu Mudra, right arm resting on the hip. Visualize and embody the mind of his caller, clear, unhurried, and ability to see what matters without getting lost in access information. Chant the japa, Om Nithyananda, Paramashivoham, Panditasanam. The next asana is Jana Sritasana. Repeating on the other side. So sit with your legs, both legs extended, bend one knee and place it heels close to the perineum. Reach forward to grasp the big toes of the extended leg with your fingers, keeping your arms straight. Shambhari Mudra, Jivachalaka Kumbhaka. Lean forward and bring your forehead towards the knees or beyond the knees. Visualize yourself focused and serene, drawing inward with head to the knees. And the japa, Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Jansi Satyanam Nam Ekapada Vasaricha Janu Upari Januni Naye Swesha Janu Vished. Now, let's get ready for the next asana. The next asana is Yantrakarasana on the other side. So, repeat on the other side. If you have raised the left leg before, this time bring the left leg groin to the groin and right knee raise straight. Make sure that your knees are straight and hold on to the right foot with the left hand. The right foot is resting on the side to support you to twist your upper body away from the raised leg. Chandrika. As you visualize yourself embodying the yantras, precise geometry, engage Mulbandha and chant the japa, Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Yantrakarāsanam nam hastapadabhyam bhumi prisham. We'll be repeating Ardha Bhujasana on the other side. So this time, bring the right heel close to the groin, lift your left knees are bent, and thread your right arm under the right leg, bringing it towards the neck. So your right arm will be towards your neck. Hold yourself in this position. The left palm is resting on the ground, on the sides. For the support, Shami Mudra, Vinyasa Krama, engage Mula Bandha, use right. Yourself holding or close to the body, control, contain, and dilate rather than scattered. Chant Japa. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham Ardha Bhujasanam. Now we'll be entering into the next asana. The next asana is Vamapada Mastakasana. So this time we'll be repeating on the other side. So bring the right heel close to the groin. Lift your left foot behind your neck. So bring your left leg behind your neck. Balance in this posture as you bring your palms together in Namaskara Mudra. Jiva Chalaka Kumaka, engage Mudra. Visualize discipline placed above impulse. As if the foot over the head represents mastery over wisdom and habit. And Vijapa, Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham Ada Vamapada Masakasanam. The next asana is Udasina Asana. Again, once again, we are repeating Udana Shitasana on the other side. So place as you're seated in a comfortable position, bend one arm and bring the elbows onto the thigh and rest the side of your face onto the respective palm. Place the opposite hand on the opposite knee, on the respective knee. Remain seated. Shambhi Mudra, Jiva Chalaka Kumka, engage Mula Bandha. Visualize your true self, not the body, but as conscious luminous point of energy. Shambhipa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham Padama Kuncha Samyak Stitva Sukhasena Bhakti. The next asana is Hastasana Dve. This is one of the advanced postures where you'll be placing both the legs behind your neck, behind your head. So let's give it a try. If you are able to place it behind your leg, behind your neck, that's great. Let's try to place both the legs in front of your forehead. And hands are resting on the ground. Maintain a steady control engagement through your core breath. Perform the Shambhi Mudra, Jiva Chalaka Kumaka. Visualize your hand as instrument of control and precision. Shambhi Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham Ata Hastasanam. The next asana is Sagara Gandhasana. So as you're seated with bend one leg behind your head and cross it behind the back of the opposite side. So repeating with both the legs behind the head. Bring the hands, and this time you'll be bringing the hand into the fist in front of your perineum. So make a fist of both the hands and rest on the top of other. Stacking one above the other. Sambe mudra, Jivachalaka Pumaka, engage one bandha. Visualize yourself drawing inward. Japa, Om Nithyananda, Paramashivam. Atha, Sagar Gandhasanam. And the next asana is Thira Gudapada Sirsasanam. Once again, you'll be bringing your both the legs behind your head, carefully adjusting your hips, shoulders to find the balance. And this time, bring your hands in together in Namaskara Mudra in front of your chest, keeping your elbows relaxed. Palms, Jivachalaka Kumbhaka, engage Mulabandha, visualize absolute stillness in an extreme position where control overrides instability and nothing feels rushed or chaotic. Japa, Om Nithyananda, Paramashivam. Asera Guda, Pada Sirisatanam. The next asana is Himalayasana. So start seated and bend your knees so the feet comes flat onto the ground, and then wrap your arms underneath the knees. So you're not lying down. So from the seated position, feet flat on the ground, knee raised. Wrap the arms around underneath the knee joints from inside to place the hands on the top of your head. So interlace your finger on the top of your head and lift your feet off the ground as you hold this position. So ideally the asana is where your hands are under your knees and then bringing your hands over the top of your head. But let's bring the hands on the top of the head and lift your legs off the ground, engage your core. Feel Samudra, hands, rest the hands lightly on the head, maintaining the stillness of the breath and mind. Jivachalaka Kumbhaka, engage Mulabandha, visualize yourself as a mountain, mass lifting effortlessly from the earth. Japa, Om Nithyananda, Paramashivam, Atha Himalayasanam. The next asana is Dhanu Kubjasana. So from the seated position with your knees bent, feet on the ground, wrap your arms underneath the knee joints from outside and then hold on to the opposite elbows. Engage your core firmly to support your spine. Sambe Mudra, Jivachalaka Kumbhaka, engage Mulabandha, visualize your body, slender and continuous. Sambe Japa, Om Nithyananda, Paramashivam. Atha, Dhanu Kubjasanam. Now we'll be entering into the next asana, which is Vira Vanka Asana. So in this position, In this posture, start seated with your thighs together and spine tall, and lift your legs off the ground vertically. Then bring your hands behind your knee joints. Try to extend your legs straight as you hold the position. Keep your core engaged firmly and avoid leveraging your lumbar spine to keep the legs straight. Shambhi Mudra, Jiva Chalakakumaka, engage Mudbandha. Visualize embodying the posture under pressure, legs raised on gathered inner strength, not force. Shambhi Japa, Om Nithyananda, Paramashivoham, Virang, Vanka Asanam. The next asana is Parvati Asana Dve. So, sit in a comfortable seated posture with folds of the feet in front. Spread the heels, keep your toes together. Wrap your left hand around your right hand fingers and tuck your left hand thumb into the right hand. Close the palm together and keep your bring the hands in Samputa Mudra. Hands in Samputa Mudra. Keep your spine long and straight. Perform the Jiva Chalakakumaka. Engage Mahavakya Bandha. Inhale, hold the breath comfortably and fully exhale. And pull the snot in and up and perform the Jaya Bandha. And Japa, Om Nithyananda, Paramashivoham, Dopado, Militvatu, Gurabrecha Pristene. Now the next asana is Apana Gamanasana. So bring the legs in Padmasana. Bring the legs in Padmasana, hands in Samputa Mudra. Keep your chest open and breathe steadily, allowing the posture to feel calm and centered. Engage Mulabandha, visualize energy moving downward into smooth, uninterrupted flow. Shambhiyapa, Om Nithyananda, Paramashivoham. Atha, Apanagamasanam. The next asana is Sthira Sukhasana. So from the seated position, bend both the legs inward and press the heel against the perineum. Hands resting on the knees in Bindu Mudra. We'll be performing in the Yoni Mudra. So join the ring finger above the extended middle finger. Touch the thumbs tip together. So we are touching the thumb and the ring finger. Other fingers are extended, drawing the awareness inward. Shanta Kumaka. Inhale and visualize the prana while you being inside and outside of the body. Engage Mula Bandha. Visualize yourself seated, settled in unwavering stability. Shanta Japa. Om Nithyananda, Paramashivoham. Vashabro, पादाभ्याम उदयो आकुंच आकुंचेतो. Now let's get ready for the next asana. The next asana is Simhahasana Tri Purvanga. To sit, start seated in a low squatting position. Join the soles of your feet evenly in a coiled posture with knees apart. Place both the palms firmly at your secret center around your lower abdomen. Inhale swiftly through the nose, engaging the core as you hold the breath. Lift your hip off the ground with strong control, spreading your arms wide and filling your chest open profoundly like a regal lion. Maintain a profound and expansive posture. So balance on the palms as you lift your hips off the ground. Engage Mulabandha. Visualize yourself as a majestic bold lion. Japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivam Chakrabandhe Padakare Same Samvecha Sanyoje. Now the next asana that we will be performing is Simhahasana 3. So from the seated position with your feet flat, place your hands on the gap between the groin and the feet. Legs far, spread wide. Press firmly down through your hands and engage your core to lift your sitting bones off the ground. Keep your knees lifted high. Jiva engage Mudavandha. Visualize yourself as a majestic bold lion. 7. Chakrabandha Padatare Sammesam Saman Samyojaye. The next asana is Grits Harapura Vangasana. So as you are seated in the lower squatting position with your feet close to the body, touching yours, balancing on your sitting bones, hovering just above the ground. Wrap your arms around your sitting bones from the outside, clasping your hand securely in front. Perform the Vaishnava Mudra, Jiva engage Mulabandha. Visualize a white vulture soaring high above body. Engage Mulabandha, chant Japa, Om Nithyananda Paramashivam Guru Pishtamarge Hastadvayam Nitva. Now the next asana is Bhutari Asana. In Bhutari Asana, as you are seated in a deep squatting position with your feet together, knees touching the perineum, wrap your arms around your legs and reaching around your back. So bring your palms between the thighs and wrap it around your back. Lean forward, bringing your forehead down so that you are able to clasp your hand in Parashmudra. Interlace the hands in Parashmudra. Keep your spine long, core engaged to protect your lower back. Namo Japa. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Atha Bhutayasanam. The next asana is Gridhrasana. So in Gridhrasana, from the starting position, balance your sitting bones hovering just above the ground. In this asana, hands are also interlaced behind your back, but your sitting bones are just hovering above the ground. So place the feet flat on the ground and hover the buttocks of the ground, hands interlaced behind in Parashmudra, Jivachala Kumaka, engage Mulbandha, chant Japa, Om Nithyananda, Paramashivoham, Vande Kari Muktipat, Jana Krishna Niveshaye. The next asana is Simhasana Trini Uttaranga. So once again, sit in a low squatting position with your feet closed and together and sitting bones hovering just above the ground. Make sure that you are lifting up your buttocks off the ground, just above the ground. Bend forward slightly and then slide your hands, palm down on the ground, placing them between your thighs. Keeping your chest lifted. So to perform the asana, you're not lifting your feet. Feet is on the ground. Hands under the thighs. And hovering on the ground. Jivachala Kumaka, engage Mulbandha, visualize yourself as a ground determined land. Japa, Om Nithyananda, Paramashivoham, Padvayen, Hastapishte, Pitaye. The next asana is Muktai Asana. So start with the kneeling position with your spine tall and knees together, and then try to bring your sitting bones down on the ground, and then spread the legs out wide in keeping your knees on the ground in front of you. Form a 90-degree angle at the knee with chins parallel in front of you. Place hands in front of your stomach. Hold the position of your core engaged. Vaishnav Mudra. Jivachala Kukumaka. Engage Mulabandha. Visualize the body settling into spacious, grounded freedom. Knee and shin support fully. And Vijapa. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Muktayasanam. Now, the next asana will be Trikonasana Trini. So similar posture, the legs are still, knees are still wide apart and legs are open on the sides. Keep your upper body vertical as you lengthen your spine and lift your chest. Bring your hands together in Namaskara Mudra. Perform the Jivachala Kukumaka. Engage Mulabandha. Visualize yourself supported by the three clear points, forming a subtle triangle that cannot collapse. Chandra Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham Utatrikonathanam. The next asana will be performing is Saraswati Asana. So sit with legs extended in front of you, toes flexed towards you. Inhale to lengthen your spine, then exhale as you hinge forward from your hips to grasp your feet. Keep your spine long without rounding and focus on drawing your navel towards the knees rather than your forehead down. Perform the Jivachala Kumka, which has Goddess Saraswati's unique gifts. Chandipa, Om Nithyananda, Paramashivam. Swastikasanam. Now we'll be entering into the next asana. And the next asana is Asti Pavasana. So start seated with feet together in front of the sitting position and knees out wide. Lean your forehead down onto the ground. For depth, extend your arms to the side above the respective knees. Keep your spine long, avoid rounding your lower back. Vaishnavi Mudra, Jivachala Kumka, engage Mudabandha, Japa, Om Nithyananda, Paramashivoham, Asti Pavanasanam. And the next asana that we'll be performing is Kurmasanam Chatwari. So as you're seated with legs extended out wide and knees locked, angled comfortably to the side, slowly hinge forward, move your body forward from your hips and lower your chest down towards the ground so that it easily fully rest on the ground. Extend your arms out to the side under the thighs. Arms are facing down. Vaishnavi Mudra, Jivachala Kumka, visualize yourself as a serene turtle gliding effortlessly to the vast ocean. Japa, Om Nithyananda, Paramashivoham, Kurmasanam Api Sreshtam, Narudurasanam Uchate. Now we'll be entering into the next asana. The next asana is Jala Katasana. So from the seated position with legs extended straight out wide and knees locked, bring the soles of the feet together. So this time we'll bring the soles of the feet together and hinge forward once again from your hips and lower your chest down towards the ground so it rests fully on the floor. Extend your arms out on the sides underneath the thighs. Arms are facing down. Vaishnavi Mudra, Jivachala Kumka, engage Mulbandha, chant Japa, Om Nithyananda, Paramashivoham, Chakrabandha, Hastadvayam, Jano Krishna Kulhaniveshet. The next asana is Jalakatakasana Uttaranga. So once again, sit with your legs extended, bend your toes, bring the soles of the feet together, which means angle comfortably in the sides, and once again lean forward, bringing your from your hips and lower the chest down towards the ground so that your forehead rests on your feet. The forehead is resting on your feet. And from underneath the thighs, wrap the arms around your calves and hold onto the respective shin. Hold on to the respective shin. To pull yourself further down. Vaishnavi Mudra, engage Mulbandha, Jivachalakabambaka. Visualize yourself as a mystical spider, spinning, luminous thread under a moonlight sky. Ramajapa, Om Nithyananda, Paramashivam. Gulsasandhishu, Hastadvayam, Adhye, Driva Prashte, Dharambit, Vaitva. Now the next asana that we will be performing is Buddhayasana. So once again, sit with your legs extended out wide, bring the soles of the feet together, knees angled, slowly hinge forward, you lower your chest down to the ground so the forehead rests on your feet. Hands underneath, wrap the arms around your calves and hold onto the respective shin. Wrap the hands around the calves, hold on to the and pull yourself further down. Vaishnavi Mudra, Vinyasa Krama, engage Mulbandha, chant Japa, Om Nithyananda, Paramashivam, Buddhayasanam. The next asana is Kurmasana. Kurmasana Pancha. So once again, as you are seated with your legs extended, bring the soles of the feet together, lean forward, lower your chest down, forehead rest on the ground in front of your feet. This time, you'll be bringing the heels more closer to the body so that you are able to bring your forehead onto the ground in front of your feet. And once again, thread your arms under the thighs and bend your knees, keeping the feet flat on the ground, and then wrap the arm around your thighs and clasping the fingers behind your back. This is another difficult and advanced asana. Rest your neck. Kurmasana, draw the senses inward, becoming all still and withdrawn like tortoise. Chant Japa, Om Nithyananda, Paramashivam. Kurmasanam Nam Pado Krishayos Prasarya. Now we'll be entering into the next asana. The next asana is Simhasana Chatur Uttaranga. So from the seated position with your legs extended and knees bent out wide, toes of the feet facing each other, and place your hands flat on the ground, close to your thighs, and slowly hinge forward from your hips, pressing your hand firmly onto the ground as you lift your thighs off the ground and place them behind the back of your upper arms, keeping your knees slightly bent. Lift your chest and head, gazing forward in with length in your spine. Mudra. Jivachalakramka. Engage Mulibandha. Visualize yourself as a fierce, powerful lion in the moment of attack. Samvijapa Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Hastatare Guhyasthane Nidhaya Kadam Uprishet. Now, the next asana that we'll be performing is Uttita Kurmasana. So, from the seated position with your legs extended out, place your hands beside the hips, fingers forward, and then bend the elbows deeply and slide the straight legs over the arms. The calves and the ankles rest on the back of the bent elbow. And press your legs firmly into the ground onto the palms, lifting your hips and back parallel to the ground. So place both the palms on the ground, bend your elbows, place your legs on the top of the shoulders. Good. Mudra, draw the senses inward, becoming still, and you draw like turtle. You will select Kumbhaka, engage, Mulbandha, visualize yourself with the voice turtle, rising steadily out of the water. Samjapa Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Uttita Kurmasanam Nam Padokashte Kasarya Hastau Chapana. Pujaram Bhuma Ardhadharayet Kurmamritam. Now the next asana that we'll be performing is Vastrikasana Purvanga. So start lying down on your back. So lie down on your back with the feet together and knees bent. Lie down on your back, bring the soles of the feet together, knees are bent. Allow the knees to fall naturally, wide apart, letting gravity gently open your thighs, open your hips. Keep your arms overhead with your palms pressed together, fingers interlaced or strapped to form a diamond shape. Keep your shoulder relaxed, drawn inward. Gaze softly. Engage Mulabandha, Ujjayi Kumbhaka Pranayama. Visualize yourself with a sharp, gleaming dagger. Nambijapa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Uttana Shai Bhuvaya Padyatalakar Karatalani Chatur Samyojayet. Now we'll be moving on with the next asana. Next asana is Tasrikasana Uttaranga. So as you're lying down on the back, feet together, knees wide apart, let the gravity upon your hips and press the hands of your feet together. Press the balls of the feet together, toes tucked. Place a hand behind your back and fingers towards the feet. Engage your core as you lift your hips, driving them up without shrinking. Chandajapa. Visualize yourself as a slender, resilient dagger. Ujjayi Kumbhaka Pranayama. Engage. Shambhi Mudra. Mulabandha. Chandajapa. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Rishikagre Tam Uthapitva Jokshepam Samachare. The next asana is Utkatasana 3. So begin with your knees on the ground, toes tucked beneath your sitting bones. So sit on your tucked toes, toes are tucked and sit on your perineum. Spread the legs wide apart and hands are resting on the respective knees. And then slowly lift your knees off the ground, finding balance as we do. So keep your spine elongated, chest open. Remain balanced on the tip of your toes. Shambhi Mudra, Jai Kumaka, Mulabandha, and visualize the fierce form of Shiva manifesting as Lord Rudra in your inner faith. Shambhi Japa, Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Atha Utkatasanam. The next asana is Meenasana. So in Meenasana, bring the knees together, bring the knees onto the ground. The toes are tucked, you are still sitting on the tucked toes, and knees are onto the ground. Spread the legs out wide and rest hands on the respective knees. And then slowly lift your knees off the ground. Balance as you do so. Perform the Shami Mudra, Ujjayi Kumka Pranayama, and pull the stomach in and up after exhalation in Udhyana Bandha. Visualize the fluid, grace, adaptable, resilient, intuitive to instinctive navigation. Japa. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham Vinasanam. Now the next asana is Gavasdhasana. So as you are sitting with your toes tucked, knees wide apart, hands on the respective knees, and the palms are facing up. Engage your core. Shambhi Mudra, Ujjayi Kumka Pranayama, engage Mulabandha, visualize settle like perfect guardian of stillness. Shambhi Japa, Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham Gavasiddhasanam. The next asana is Ramanatha Asana. So as you are seated with your toes tucked, sitting on the perineum, spread your knees wide apart and then slowly lift the knees off the ground and maintain the position. Bring the palms together above the head, keeping the elbows straight. Gently rotate to one side and hold with core engaged. As you gaze towards the ground in front of you. Padma Mudra, Ujjayi Kumka Pranayama, Janandar Bandha. Embody. Visualize embodying Rama's balance, strength, unwavering through devotion and fearless asceticism, holding steady through tension, expressing calm authority aligned with inner dharma. Shambhi Japa, Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham Atha Ramanatha Sanam. The next asana is Girivara Nathasana. So once again, you are sitting on the tucked toes, perineum on the heels, knees wide apart, knees are up off the ground, palms together above your head, elbows straight. Then gently bring your twist to one side, and this time bring your gaze to the third eye. Engage, bring your gaze to the third eye or look upward. Visualize yourself as mountain. Chant the japa. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam Girivaranathasanam. Now we'll be repeating Ramanathatsana on the other side. Once again, sit on your toes, tuck knees off the ground, knees wide apart, hands in Namaskara mudra, elbows straight. Twist on the opposite side as you gaze to the ground. And japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham Ramanathasanam. Now we'll be repeating the Griva Nathasana. Once again, you are sitting in the similar posture, but bring your gaze to the third eye. Visualize yourself as a mountain. Lord, deeply rooted, yet rising effortlessly. Chant japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham Girivaranathasanam. The next asana is Thirakasana. So start sitting with your, once again, toes are tucked, knees are spread wide, and sit on the heels. Toes together, and balance your weight on them as you rise. Keep your knees wide. Transition smoothly to standing. Extend your arms overhead and bring the palms together in Anjali Mudra. Keep your chest lifted, gaze focused. Anjali Mudra, Ujjayi Kumka Pranayama. Perform the Uddiyana Bandha. Exhale fully, pull the stomach in and up. Visualize yourself as a tall body, imposing dagger, standing for firm and unshakable. Chant japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham Padam Grushta Samayam Paradvandva Shisa.
When I arrived here, I was in a very, very dark space, very pessimistic, but now there's this love inside of me, there's this joy inside of me, and the belief systems are changing, so all of a sudden opportunities are everywhere.
I've been learning the yoga from other sources previously, but the Swamiji's yoga is the only place from authentic source. Is really, really different. Also enjoying the pure vegetarian, organic, sattvic foods.
This special yoga makes my body more flexible, and Swamiji is teaching me what is intensity, what is integrity, and what is discipline.
Before coming, I twisted my left wrist during basketball game, and I barely can use my left hand. After few training, my hand can sustain my body weight, and now everything looks normal for my left hand.
Starting early in the morning with some yoga to move the body. then puja to move the spirit, then these talks that really dive into my subconscious mind to really get into these root patterns of my life and to really release that emotional charge once and for all for my being. In day 28, I am complete.
I think the biggest breakthroughs for me were like completion with my social circle, like my parents and relationships. So I really felt deep healing.
The next asana is Garudasana Pancha or Garudasana 5. So start with the standing position with your feet together, spine long. Lean your chest forward slightly while keeping your back broad and steady. Place your palms flat on your upper back with the little finger touching, creating a stable base. Lift your elbows upward as you open through the chest and maintain the steady breath. Keep your core gently engaged for the support. Sahajikumuka, engage Mulabandha. Visualize an eagle standing high on mountain edge. And Japa, Om Nithyananda, Paramashivam, Atha Garudasanam. The next asana is Padam Visthasana. From the standing position with your feet hip width apart, lean forward from the hips to fold the upper body over your legs. Hand, bring your head and neck relaxed towards the ground. Place your hands beside your feet or fold your ankles for the support. Sahajikumka. Engage Mulbandha. Visualize all the energy channels in your body from head to toe, flowing smoothly and powerfully. Om Nithyananda, Paramashivoham, Padam Vishtam Karabhyam, Grihitodha Prasarayet, Padam Vishtam, Proktam Sarvangari Vishodham. Now the next asana we'll be performing is Dvijasana. That asana needs your flexibility, especially in the split. So in the hip, thigh region, arm, hamstring. So start from the standing position with your feet together and then shift your weight onto one leg and bend the opposite knee, bringing that foot up towards your hip. Reach your arms around the bent leg and clasp your foot or ankle firmly. Slowly begin to straighten your bent leg out to the side and forward while balancing on your standing leg. Extend your opposite arm out to the sides for the balance, keeping your chest lifted and gaze forward. Engage your core to maintain stability. Try to bring your knee straight, leg straight without bending the knees. Hands in Paramashiva Mudra, Sahajikumka. Engage in Bandha. Visualize yourself with the balance of strength, grace, and transformation. Japa, Om Nithyananda, Paramashivoham, Dvijasanam, Yatra Kukutasanam Uttam, Gulfasanam Chaiva Garasanam Evacha. Relax. The next asana is Ekapada Dvisasana Dve. So this is one leg behind the head. So from the standing position with your hip width apart, feet with hip width apart, shift your weight onto one leg and grounding it firmly. And then lift your opposite leg carefully, placing it on the top of your head behind your neck, maintaining the balance. Keep your standing. You can take the support of the wall, you can take the support of the partner. Keep your standing leg strong and slightly bent for stability. Engage the core, hands in Anjali Mudra in front of your chest. Sahaj Kumaka, engage Mool Bandha, visualize yourself embodying yogic mastery and autonomy. Feel deep flexibility, strength, and connect. Concern, awareness, standing within. Chant Japa, Om Nithyananda, Paramashivoham. Ekapadaseshasanam Nam Ekapadam Tirtha Tansapya. The next asana is Apanasana Dve. From the standing position with your spine lifted, your as the gaze is steady, extend one leg. Extend the one leg behind you and keep the toes slightly grounded for the balance or hovering over comfortably. Bring your hands together in Namaskar Mudra in front of your chest. Maintain an open posture. Pramuka, engage Mulabandha, visualize excess wind and agitation moving downward and out of the system. Japa, Om Nithyananda, Paramashivoham, Atha Apanasanam. Now we'll be performing Vijasanam on the other side. So we'll be performing this asana on the other side. So if you have lifted your left leg before, this time bring your right leg. Stand on firmly on the left leg. Take the support of the hand and bring the right leg straight up. Hands interlaced in Paramudra. Sahaj Kumta, engage Mulbandha. When you're getting unbalanced, slowly come down and then start from the very position beginning. Do not jump into the asana. Visualize yourself with a balance of strength, grace, and transformation. Japa, Om Nithyananda, Paramashivoham, Vijasanam, Atrat Kukudasanam, Uttam, Vanabhuktasanam Chaiva, Godorasana Ivacha. Now we'll be repeating Ekapada Sirsasana breath on the other side. So once again, bring the opposite foot behind your head, hands in Namaskara Mudra, Sahaj Kumaka, engage Mulabandha, visualize yourself embodying the yogic mastery and openness. Feel deep flexibility, strength, and connected, concentrated awareness expanding within. Japa, Om Nithyananda, Paramashivoham. Ekapadaseshasanam Nam Ekapadasesam Samsapya Aparam Padam Bhumo Sthaparitva Samshet. I will be repeating Apanasana Dve. Once again, bring the one leg behind your head, hands in Namaskara Mudra. Sahaj Kumka, engage Mulbandha. Chant Japa, Om Nithyananda, Paramashivoham, Apanasanam. Now slowly settle down, lie down in Savasana. Spread your fingers, spread your legs without touching each other. Visualize Swamiji, the supreme founder of Hinduism, is liberating you.
Paramashivam Om Nithyananda Paramashivam Om Nithyananda Paramashivam Om Nithyananda Paramashivam Nithyananda Paramashivam Om 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 Nithyananda Paramashivam Nithyananda Paramashivam Om 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 Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda 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 Paramashivoham.
Now slowly come back to the physical body. With your fingers, feet, ankles, bend the knees to the chest. Come to the comfortable seated position as we touch on one side, hands and Namaskara mudras. Offer your gratitude to Swamiji as we end the session with the Om mantra. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Tatsat Sarvam Bhavat Shri Nithyananda Paramashiva Padukarvanavastu. Om Nithyanandam. Thank you everyone. Nithyanandam.